name is Reinier deSmit, and I've lived for over 56 years with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. This is my story so far.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why didn't you think about what you're doing? You are so weird. Don't be so stupid. For someone as seemingly smart as you, I just don't understand why you can't figure out this stuff. What the hell is wrong with you? No surprises here. I knew something was wrong with me. I'd heard it from everyone from as early as I can remember. I certainly wasn't fitting into my own life very well. Corners were sharp, hearts were hard, and every thought and action seemed to lead me deeper into uncertainty and loneliness.
Can you believe it? It's almost 10 years ago. It's funny, FASD doesn't take any time off. It just keeps coming at you. It's in your bones, in your blood. So this is a little check-in. Almost 10 years after we made this video, just after I got my diagnosis back when I was 56 years old. I turned 66 in about another 2 weeks. So let's just take a look at this video and I'll give you some updates as we go along.
At a few points on this rocky and confusing journey, ceasing to exist seemed a very viable option to my tired and spinning brain. Yet some deeper part of me refused to give in to the dark voices that more and more told me to just give up and leave this life that I seemingly would never understand or ever be at peace with.
This part running in the background was the actual comparison sheet for FASD against a whole bunch of other disorders like ADHD and bipolar and autism. The red X's indicated where my personal behaviors lined up with the FASD behaviors. I heard about FASD when I was editing video for deSmit. It was like I was editing my own life. I decided to get a diagnosis when it started hitting me that I might actually be in the FASD spectrum. It was like I realized this would answer a lot of questions about my behavior, why I was certain ways, why I would do certain things, and it just seemed, wow, this was like almost like a missing piece. It really did provide a missing piece. It actually provided a lot of pieces. Things that it's taken me almost a decade still to process. I received my diagnosis in June of 2016. The diagnosis allowed me to see how my brain got put together a bit differently, and like it gave me some freedom from trying to do and be things that I'm not and I can't be. Almost 10 years later, I'm still trying to sort out the things I can and can't do. You can pretty much do anything if you figure out a different way to do it, I'm finding. There was just a whole bunch of stuff I had to accept that I wouldn't do in the normal way, and I had to get used to that. Me being on the FASD spectrum affected a lot more than just my life. My parents had a rough ride too. This is my mom. You're gonna meet her now. She's been gone now almost 6 years, but there's still stuff you can learn from her.
In those days, so many years ago, you knew so little, and I was never one to have a drink at home. I never, unless we had company in, and then we'd have a drink. I might have, if I thought it was a party or something, I might have had say, rum and coke or something. Well, absolutely wish I'd known a lot more at the time.
One thing I kind of wish we'd put in the original video was the fact that back then, late 50s, when my mom was pregnant with me, the doctors would actually have us smoke in the examination room and say things like, oh, you know, it'd be okay for you to have a glass of wine. It'll be good for you and the baby. So the diagnosis for her answered a lot of questions too. That in her heart, she wanted to know what was going on. So there was a lightening of her soul, a lessening of blame, self-blame for my mom once the diagnosis was in place. I just want to speak about my mom and moms who may have contributed to their kids being in an FASD situation. You now have an ability to move forward into having an awesome
truthful, real relationship with your child and work with making the problem into a gift. And if you're worrying about what you did in the past, moms, you're not going to be able to focus on developing the gift, and your child needs you to do that with them. That was really important.
It's really important that I mention here that blaming the mom serves no purpose. However it happened, it happened. Now you got to deal with it. And the thing to deal with it is an overabundance of love and a really strong intention to understand what is needed now. Don't blame the mom. The shaming doesn't help anybody.
I know it was hard for you.
It was just sometimes I just didn't know what to do, Mama.
Love you a lot, Mom.
I love you so much.
We did get through it. And I guess we could end on that lovely scene. But I just love this rainbow, and so did my mom. So we're gonna end this the way the video originally ended. Thanks for joining me on this little trip down memory lane. Hope you enjoyed it. Be good to each other out there, people. It's important, now more than ever.